Does it seem like every time you go to create a video, whether it's for marketing or creating your course, you just can't figure out how to structure it and actually talk about the things that they care about without talking about the features of the product or without talking about the features of whatever video you're doing, but instead knowing exactly what to say to create that real following where they feel like you really understand them? Well, in this video, I'm going to share with you those 4 steps that you can take. Okay, it's a bonus step here. There's 4 steps that you can take, and this is going to give you a serious upgrade to your videos and help you grow a following. So here's the thing. Yesterday I had to do some travels, and on those travels I was listening to how people create like cult-like followings. And one of the things they said is you want to go against the grain of what you basically want to talk about the enemy and not just talk about, yay, this side, right? Because when you talk about the enemy, like, we won't take that, we won't put up with that. We're not going to do that. If you watch right now in the crazy presidential election stuff, they do this all the time. And I started noticing that after I watched this video. And then I started asking myself, how can I create this for you right now in this video and give this to you so that you have it and you can just start getting in the habit of using it and applying it. So the first thing that came to mind was, I've got to come up with some sort of chat GPT prompt to get us close, to get us there, right? So here it is. Screenshot this right now. I'm going to read it to you, and my attempt is to, when I get done with this, hopefully create like a step-by-step or a little PDF for you. But I want you to just take this and screenshot it. So you could have a brand new ChatGPT channel or platform or account, whatever the heck you call it. And you can go right in here and you can say this stuff and it will get you right. It'll get you there very, very quickly. Okay, so here's what you're going to say. First thing you're going to type in there. Okay, so before you hit enter, you're going to put all of this in there. Okay, so the first sentence, I solved this problem. Okay, so if this were me, I would put in there, I solve this problem, which is I help people sell courses, coaching, and paid membership programs, okay, online. Here's how I solve it, okay. I'd put here's how I solve it, and then I would answer that. This is all in one thing before we hit enter, okay. So then I would say, here's how I solve it. I have an online course that teaches them step-by-step how to do it. I do weekly live calls that coach them and answer their questions, and I have a community where everybody can interact, ask questions, and get help. And through this, we learn how to sell courses, coaching, and online memberships. Okay? So I'd write those 2 things. Those things are in there. We have not hit enter yet. Then I would say, right after that, I'd say, who is my perfect customer willing to pay for my solution because they have to solve it? Question mark. Then I would say, back your answer by data, because I want it to go out and find actual real proof of this. Still have not hit enter yet. Then I would say, what is their current situation and what is their desired situation and what are they for and against? And this last section here, what is their current and desired situation, and then what are they for and against? This is the answers that you're going to get that are going to help you talk about, I know you want to get here, and we want to avoid these things. The things that my customers want to avoid, because I just put this in mine, the things that they want to avoid are, well, first off, here's what they're for and against. So let's see if this matches up with you, since you're, you either are or could be one of my customers, right? You're for efficiency and productivity. Okay? You value tools and strategies that help you maximize your time and streamline your business. Yeah. Okay. Continuous learning and improvement, authenticity and integrity from your coach, from me, community and support, and then innovation and adaptability. Here's what you're against. Overcomplication. You don't like complex or convoluted processes or strategies that waste time and create unnecessary stress. Okay, you are against inauthentic marketing. Okay, you're turned off by the flashy, deceptive tactics that prioritize sales over value. Okay? Stagnation. So, you resist staying in the comfort zone, and you're frustrated by the lack of progress or growth, both in themselves and in your clients and customers. You are against isolation. Okay? You're against working in isolation without any kind of feedback, collaboration, or support, and resistance to change. Okay, you dislike being stuck in an outdated method or approach, and you resist environments that do not encourage innovation. Okay, so that was for and against. And then the current situation, it says that you're overwhelmed and stuck, lack of time and resources, inconsistent revenue, isolation and limited support, and then fear of failure. Desired situation, clear action strategy, a clear actionable strategy, efficient systems and tools, consistent and scalable revenue, supportive community and resources, confidence and momentum. Okay, so then it went in and it said your current real life struggles are difficulty gaining traction online, financial instability, overwhelm with technology, loneliness and lack of support, fear of failure and imposter syndrome. Okay, your dream reality is a thriving online presence, financial freedom and stability, mastery of the technology and tools to run your business, strong support system and community, confidence and success. Okay, and here's what it says they hate about their day-to-day. So what you hate about your day-to-day. Lack of work-life balance, okay? Feel like you're constantly working with little time left for personal relaxation or spending quality time with family and friends. The boundary between work and personal life is blurred, leading to burnout and frustration. Okay? Constant stress and anxiety. You're plagued by stress and anxiety over your business's success, finances, and the future of your life. This constant worry affects your ability to enjoy life and find peace, making you feel trapped in a cycle of stress. Okay? I know I've felt all those things. Feeling unproductive and stagnant. Okay? Overwhelmed from multitasking, isolation and lack of personal fulfillment. Okay? So it's telling me all these things, but what do I do with this stuff? Okay? What do I do with this stuff? So how do you use this to create videos? And how do you use this to make sure that people really come on board with you? Okay? So once you've done, I'm going to erase this, so make sure you screenshot it. But once you have done this, here's what you want to do. Okay, so this is going to be step number 2. Once you've done this, then what I want you to do is just get a piece of paper or whatever you got to put it on. If you can put it in your, computer or laptop or, tablet or whatever, that's fine. For me, I personally, I've had a lot of people ask me, how do you do your note taking? And because I'm always doing drawing and stuff. I always work with these, okay? Because I can just flip to it. It's right there, So I don't know. You do your thing, but I love the good old notepad. I think it still works pretty dang good. Here's what you want to do on that notepad. I would make something like this. And you want to write down all the things that they are not, happy with, right? So write down all the things that they're for, all the things that they're against. Okay, these are all the things that they're against. Okay, these are all this list over here. You don't have to put this down here, but I'm doing this. Okay, so this is the things that they are against. Okay, they're against these things. This is their current situation, current struggle. Okay, this is the bad. Obviously, everything over here is the opposite of that. So you want to write down all the things that they're for, their desired situation, their future state, their dreams, their goals, okay? So you have this list, and you can be talking about this every single time. So whenever you do a video, somewhere in there, and I'm going to, okay, so there's 2 more steps left, so I'm going to be really, we're going to really knock this out. The next step is the order of the video that you can follow probably till the end of your days, okay, till you die. You could follow this video structure I'm going to give you in just a moment. And then I'm going to show you how to start each one of the sections in the video, okay? But when you have this list, this is what you're constantly talking about on social media. This is what you're constantly talking about in your program. And this gets people to align with you and understand that you understand them, okay? It's not about them. It's not about you trying to get them to understand you. It's about them feeling understood so that they can lock in with you. Does that make sense? So create a list of this and have this present, and you have to constantly use it. You're not going to just write this down and automatically it's going to help you. You're not going to just get this information and it's going to help you. You have got to apply it. And it's hard to apply it because it's new. It's out of your comfort zone. Comfort zone doesn't mean like, oh, I'm uncomfortable. Comfort zone is almost like saying this habit that you have of either doing a thing or not doing a thing. And what you have to realize is that that's breaking that comfort zone. That's how you get out of that comfort zone is when you go to shoot a video, you're going to do what we're going to do here in step 3 every time until it becomes a habit. Because right now you're creating content and you're creating courses and you're creating stuff and you're not doing this. And because of that, it's not working for you and you think that you suck, and you don't suck. You're just not doing it in the right order. Okay, it's like putting the sugar in after you cook it, right? It's like you got to put it in before you cook it. Okay, so I just want you to take it easy on yourself here. All right, it's not that you suck and you're dumb. It's just you're unwilling to get out of the comfort zone. Okay, you're unwilling to take the time ahead of creating your content to make sure that these particular elements are in it, so that when you cook it or when you create the content, it actually tastes good and it actually, makes them full, right? Like it takes away their hunger, right? So let's do this, please, and make and keep adding to it if you have to as you hear things. You're trying to like create a course, a coaching program, or a paid membership program. Okay? At the end of the day, you're trying to find people that you can actually help to get them to join you and be with you so that you can solve their problem. Because the moment you do that and you solve their problem and you get them results, you can start telling their story. And by you telling their story, anyone else that comes across that piece of content and they have the same problem, they're very likely to join you. All right? So you got this now? Let's go to 3. Okay. Step 3. This is the way you can lay out your video. All right? And what you're going to do here is you're going to actually do it in this order, and you're going to make sure that you build a habit of doing it this way. And I assure you, you're going to get such better results. And then after this, in step 4, the final step here, I'm going to give you a way to start each of these sections. So the first thing you want to do, and you're going to want to write this down as well. The first thing you want to do is you want to come up with the idea for your video. Okay? The idea for the video. Now, how do you do that? Well, the way you do that is you don't reinvent the wheel. Okay? You don't reinvent the wheel. You go out there on video platforms where you can see how many likes, views, comments, and you pretend that you're your customer searching for a solution to the problem, and you type it into the search engine of that video platform. So let's use YouTube as an example. You could do this on TikTok. You could do it anywhere you can search for videos, okay? Go on, YouTube right now. Go on there, and let's say that the problem that you solve is you help people get their dogs to stop barking, okay? So what would somebody go to social media and do? They would go to social media and they would type in how do I get my dog to stop barking? Okay. And there'd be a bunch of videos that come up, and you would see the ones that come up first, and you would see the ones that have the most views, most comments, most shares, most likes, and that would indicate what? That it's a video that people like, that they want. Now here's a little tester. When you look at somebody's subscribers, and let's say that they have 1,000 subscribers, but the views on the video that you're looking at, let's say it has 20,000 views, okay? So because this number is so much bigger than this number, that indicates that that's like a serious outlier video. Like it's, if the video only had 1,000 views, we would just assume that, well, the reason why their video got 1,000 views is because they have 1,000 subscribers. But if they only have 1,000 subscribers, but their videos have 20,000 views, then that means that their video is being pushed a lot to other people besides their subscribers, which means YouTube says we need to push this because a lot of people are clicking on it, a lot of people are watching a lot of it. Okay? So this helps you identify a video real quick if it's good. There's also a software that Mr. Beast came out with called ViewStats. And this thing here, viewstats.com, I believe. Maybe it's a different thing, but it's ViewStats by Mr. Beast. And he created a thing that it'll show a video like this, and then it'll have like a little score down here, and it'll have like, 20x. And that indicates that the higher this number is, the more of an outlier, it is. But let's not worry about that. Let's just worry about this right here, okay? That's all I want you to worry about. So you typed in, something that your ideal customer, and you might go, well, yeah, but Mike, there's already a video like that. Why would I create another video like that? I didn't tell you to create another video like that, okay? What I said was you need to come up with an idea that's proven that works. So you go out there and let's say you see that video and you see what it says and you see the title, okay? And you see the thumbnail. The title, the thumbnail, the idea, and the hook are all things that we've got to create before we create anything else. Because they've already shown with videos, okay? Most people don't make it past the first 3 seconds, okay? So you could create a literal gold video here. Like it could be the best answer in the world. It could be the best production. It could be the most incredible free giveaway, but they're never going to see it because they don't make it past the first 3 seconds, which is where you'd put the hook. Okay? Now, before this can even happen, they have to click on the thumbnail and then the title. Okay? So the first thing that they see is what? The thumbnail. This is the first thing that they see. Okay? It's the first thing. So if your thumbnail sucks, they ain't even going to see it. Okay? So this ain't even going to happen. So therefore, they're not going to go down and read the title, which is the second thing that happens. So this is the first thing that happens, the second thing that happens, third thing that happens. Okay? That's why we have to... And you can't even create the thumbnail, title, and hook if you don't have a good idea. And if you go talk to any pro YouTuber, okay, any of them that are making millions, all right, if you go talk to them, and I've bought a lot of their courses, spent thousands of dollars on this, I'm not just talking about this out of nowhere, okay, if you go do this, they'll all tell you, go model what works. And I kept resisting against this too, because I'm like, yeah, but original and, authentic, and you're still going to be original. You're still going to be authentic because that video that you're going to make is going to be the first of its kind. You can't copy someone else. Try it. Try to make an exact Mr. Beast video. You can't. Try to make an exact Alex Hormozi video. You can't because you're you. There's no way. And you can improve and do the best you can on your thing, and you're going to make it different, and you're going to say different things that are more valuable because you're you, not them. They said it the way they say it. This is why you don't watch the video, okay? encourage you to go watching other content because it's just going to mess you up. Just when you see the idea, let's say that they have, their idea is, 3 foods that keep your dog from barking, okay? You might do something that's like 5 liquids, okay? It's more about the concept of the video. Like, what's the concept? Well, the concept is they're going to give us some sort of like food or liquid or something, or sprays or smells or something to get the dog to stop barking, okay? So I'll do the same sort of thing. And then if you see this thumbnail, okay, if it's like, when you look at the thumbnail, if it has the person over here and then it's got like a thing like this, well then you probably would want to model that structure, but it's going to be you and it's going to be your thingies here, okay? But the colors and everything else can be the same. And then however they have the title, that's how you want it, but it's going to be your title. It's going to match the structure, it's going to match the concept, but it's going to be your idea. And then the hook, if you're going to watch anything from the video, and I'm going to give you some here just in step 4, but if you watch anything from the video, make it be this, okay? Make it be this, the hook. How did they hook the audience? If you don't say something in this first like 10 seconds here, okay, that makes them, it's the first thing you say, okay? If you do not say something that makes them want to watch to the end or watch the video, why would they watch it? It's no different than you. If you look at what makes you watch the video? If it's not something where they say that makes you want to watch the video, you ain't going to watch it. And if they don't watch it, you can't get your message out there. You can't educate them about how you help them. So therefore, you can't help them. Therefore, you don't make money. You don't get customers. Nobody's following you. Simple as that. So if you watch anything, make it be the first 3 seconds, or the first hook, sorry, or the first part of the hook. Does this make sense? Okay, does this make sense? Please come up with the idea, but don't reinvent the wheel. Okay, don't reinvent the wheel. Email kind of works like this too. If your subject line sucks, they ain't opening it. Okay, if they don't open it, then they can't see what's inside. And if what's inside sucks, they ain't clicking to go do whatever. Okay? Okay. Idea. Okay, no, don't. I'm gonna put reinvent wheel. Okay? We don't want to do this. Go find what works. Next, thumbnail. Okay, I'm just gonna put thumb. Model the top thumbnails. Don't get cute here. Don't get cute. Just go look at what's working and model it. Okay? Title. Okay, we just talked about this. Model the concept. If it's how to get your dog to stop barking with 4 whatever, then yours is that. Same thing. Only you're going to change the number. You're going to change a little bit about it, but it's got to be the same concept. Just try this. I swear it's all the videos that I've ever done this with, I've gotten myself to do it, okay? Because I have to do this too, okay? It has worked, okay? So title and then hook, right? Hook. Again, model. Now, like I said in step 4 here in just a minute, I'm going to give you some phrases that you can use for each part of these things. So this right here, okay, this right here, we do this first. Okay? Because if we can't get this good, then it don't matter what I'm about to show you next. It doesn't matter the rest of this. Okay? Do you please hear me? We do this first. If we can't get this first, to be good and make sense and be exciting, then don't even bother wasting your time doing the video. Okay. Assuming you did this and you got this done, okay, now we can go on to the next of it. So, problem. Okay, you're going to start out with the problem. What's the problem? Okay, what's the problem? Again, I'm going to give you phrases for this, but what's the problem you're solving? Just in this video, what's the problem that you're solving? Okay? Like I said, I'm going to go through in step 4, and I'm going to show you what you can do here. Okay? Problem. The next one is you need to agitate the problem. Okay? Poke the bruise, if you will. Okay? Identify the bruise and then poke the bruise. Really get that to suck. You got to get those emotions there. People buy with emotions. You got to get that built up. Got it? Then solve the problem. After you've got it good and irritated, come in there and solve it. Then from there, okay, after you solve it, you're always going to do like a little summary. Okay, like here's what we talked about. But okay, so I'll put solve and then summary. Then you're going to do a rehook. Okay, you're going to do a rehook to get them to watch another video or to get their attention back, right? To pull it back in. You got to pull them back in. You're always like kind of throughout everything, you're always like putting little hooks in there. And the easiest way to do that is with questions. And then you've got your call to action. Okay? Now, here's what you can do for, okay, so take a picture of this. So this happened, this is what we do second. Okay? This is the second thing. Okay? So screenshot this. I'm not going to erase it, but I am going to erase this number. So now we're going into 4. All right? Going into 4 here. Okay. So for the problem, you can start out with, you can put these phrases in. Okay? You can say, what phrases can you start a video about when talking about somebody's problem? Okay? What phrases can you start with when agitating the problem in a video? You can ask ChatGPT this. What phrases can you use to transition into the solution part of the video? What phrases can you use to rehook them for the next video? And then what phrases can you use to transition to the call to action in a video? You can put that all in one chat. So phrases to start with when talking about someone's problem. Okay? Have you ever? Okay? Have you ever? Okay, have you ever? Have you ever felt like you just can't figure out how to get the dang dog to stop barking, you know? Okay, so have you ever? Another one is, if you're feeling like the dog is just never going to stop barking, watch this video. Okay, these are hooks. This you can use this for hooks, and it's like bringing in the problem. You can even say, what are phrases? Okay, let me put it in right now. What are phrases? So I'm typing into ChatGPT right now. What are phrases you can use to create a hook in a video? Okay. So, what if I told you? Okay. So, what if I told you? Now, you can either this is a simple thing. You can either do this or not do this. But if you don't do it, it's not going to do as good as if you would do it, okay? So on the hook up here, what if I told you? What if I told you that in 4 steps, you could start talking different in your marketing that would cause you to make more money, because of the money, cause you to have more time because you could buy people to do other parts, and it would make you more happy. Would that be something you'd want to know? Well, in this video, we're going to do that, okay? Now, have you ever felt, okay, if you're feeling like every time you do, okay, because we've got to lay the problem in and then agitate it, okay? Another one, have you ever, okay, this is another one, have you ever, another one is imagine this. These are hooks. Imagine this. Another one is in the next few minutes, okay? In the next few, whatever, all right? And then you're not alone if, here's a shocking statistic. Do you want to know the fastest way to, what no one tells you about, if you're struggling with, I was just like you until I found out X, until I found whatever, okay? So just start the videos that way. That's why you, ahead of time, are going to write out the hook. You're gonna write out this hook, and you can do, write it out. You can do 10 of these if you want, and you can test them. Got it? Okay. Let's go down here and now look at, so those were hooks. Starting out with the problem, okay? Does it seem like, okay, does it seem like, are you tired of, okay? Let me guess. You're frustrated because, okay, I'm running out of room. But you can type that in. What are phrases to start with when talking about someone's problem in a video? For the problem part, okay? Okay. The next one is agitating. Okay, we got to agitate it. This is where we're poking the bruise. So I'm going to erase these here. Okay, you can always go back and screenshot the video. Like I said, I'm going to try to put I'm recording this on Loom, and Loom, if you pay for the $15 Loom instead of the $5 Loom, it will, at the end of the video, create a step-by-step breakdown, which I love to use for, it almost creates a perfect lead magnet. I mean, it'll give you a step-by-step Loom, okay? Put it up here, Loom. And if you pay for the big package, it's $15 frickin' dollars, okay? But when you get done with the video, it gives you a complete breakdown, step by step, of everything you said in the video, and it does a damn good job at it. And it saves you tons of time. And you have a PDF then that you can dangle. Okay, if you're using this as a piece of content, I could put this on YouTube afterwards or anywhere, and I can dangle that PDF and get them to opt in for that, because who would opt in for that? Probably my perfect customer. Okay, cool. Now I have them on an email list where I can connect with them and communicate with them and start, sharing with them how I help them sell courses, coaching, and online memberships. Okay? See how this works? Okay. The next one, agitate. And the worst part is, okay, I'm not even going to write these because it's probably annoying, okay? I'm not even going to write them. We're just going to talk about them. So on the agitation part, like I said, it'll be in the PDF, okay? In the agitate part, you can say things, and the worst part is it just keeps getting worse because, or, after you talk about the problem, then you're like, now what makes this even more challenging is, okay? And again, if you want to do some quick research on your customer, because that very first step, it told you who your customer was, you can ask it, what would be some things to agitate this problem? What can I say to agitate this problem? And all you have to do is add those in. Now you might be saying, well, Mike, I'm not good at reading the script. I'm not doing all this. I'm not reading a script either right now, okay? but I have an order in which I'm doing the video because I laid it out ahead of time. And here's the thing. I have a laptop setting right here, and I have my notes right here. Let me show you what I'm looking at, okay, because this will help you. Okay, I just want you to get this. So on this side, this is what you're looking at. Okay, I have my computer here. I have my phone on this thing. I have this thing right here, okay? And then I have just a little fill light over here of blue. And I've got my notes here. And look, what we're talking about on the board. Okay? Got it? So I have my little station here. All right? And that's what we've got. Let me get you strapped back in here. Okay. And so I'm just going off of bullet points. I've messed up in this video. I'm not editing this video. I'm going to just give it to you authentically, and it's valuable enough. Now, most people would probably enjoy my videos if they watched them at 2x or 1.5x. But the beautiful thing is they can do that. So I'm not going to worry about trying to rush through things. What I'm going to worry about is creating a good piece of content that actually helps you, that you actually want to share with someone. Okay? All right. We're agitating the problem. What makes this even more challenging is, you know what's really frustrating about this? Or it's not just about not knowing how to sell courses. It's about how it's affecting you in having to keep your 9 to 5 because you can't sell courses. Okay? How does that feel? You have to get up, you have to get ready, you have to get out there and get in traffic. Everybody else is upset, you know, all to go there and make pennies on the dollar and be told what to do, and then you can't take a vacation. See how you can just agitate? Oh, I mean, it makes me sick thinking about it. Imagine if this continues to go unresolved. What's that going to be like? Imagine if you're getting older and older and older, and you're still working that job you hate. You still can't go take a vacation when you want to. You still are anxious about your finances. You still can't really provide the way you want to do. Imagine if that doesn't get fixed. What are you going to do? Okay? Well, here's the good news. We're going into solution now. But here's the good news. You don't have to worry about that anymore because we figured out a way to do this. Let's break it down. Okay? Now, when creating a video, all you need to do is, when you lay this out in your notes, okay, when you're putting it together in your notes, you can just write out each of these sections here, and you could just grab one of those phrases and you can put it there. Because when you're sitting here, and if I'm talking to you like this, doing a whiteboard, or even if I was sitting at a table talking to you, or it didn't matter where, okay? There's nothing wrong with looking down at your notes. There's nothing wrong with that. They will appreciate that. That's called authentically caring about the customer in such a way that you want to be in order. They don't care. Do you care? Okay? So, here's another phrase when you transition from agitate to here. Well, fortunately, there is a way to turn this around, and we're going to go through it here. It's in the next 4 steps. Okay? Or, now let me show you how to solve this once and for all. Or, what if I told you there's a simple solution to never have to have a 9 to 5 ever again, make more money than you've ever made, do something that you love to do every day from the comfort of your laptop, which you can use anywhere you have an internet connection. Would you be interested in that? All right, well, let me show you. Or wherever you're at. You don't have to keep struggling with this. Here's how you can change things. Step 1. Go through the solution and then just summarize what you talked about. Okay? Just summarize what you talked about. And then how do you rehook them for the next video? If you found this helpful, you're going to love what's coming out next. I've got a video that's coming right after this one. If you don't click it, it's literally like saying, I hate money and I love my 9 to 5. In the next video, we're going to dive even deeper into this. So let's say on YouTube, you created a playlist, right? You got a playlist and you created 5 videos for that playlist, right? And this is the first one up here. You could go create these videos right here, get them all done first, take the time to get them all done first, and then you can throw them in a playlist. You can label the playlist something that they really want to know, okay? Something they really want to know. Like I could be like, how to create YouTube videos, a playlist, 5 things that you need to do. I break down each section. I could break down the problem, the agitators. Each one of those videos could be about that, right? In these videos, I can rehook them. Because I know what the next video is, I can rehook them for the next video. And I can say things like, don't miss the next video where we're going to explore exactly how to break down the problem, because we just got done doing the hook. Okay? Or make sure to watch the next video where I reveal the 5 things you can do to agitate people in every single video. Now, here's what the reason you're doing this is because if they hang out with you, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's say I created 9 videos for a playlist on how to create laser sharp marketing. Okay. If they watched all these videos and binged watched through it, that's like me going on like 9 dates with them, getting to know me, like me, and trust me. And in this next part where we go to, because we're right here right now, this is where we're talking right here. When I go to this call to action, it's much more likely that they're going to be on board with me, okay? So stay tuned, because in our next session, what we're going to cover is how to actually solve the problem in a video so that people think that you're valuable and know that you're valuable. Okay, so again, I typed in phrases to rehook them for the next video. What are phrases I can say in a video to rehook them for the next video? You can ask ChatGPT this, and you can make a collection of these. You could have these in a collection somewhere so that when you go to use them, because you're going to do this first, the idea is where you lay this out. So when I came up with this idea, I went out and looked at like the problem here, which is how do I get people to watch my videos and follow me and buy my stuff? That was the idea. And I went and found this, okay? And I know it's a problem because I hear it all the time. So I wrote this out. I created all of this before we even got started. I just laid it out with bullets, okay? Thumbnail, title, hook, and then here we go. Right? So this next one, call to action, what are phrases that I can use to transition to the call to action in a video? What are phrases to transition to the call to action in a video? You can ask ChatGPT this. And you can ask it for tons of them. It'll just keep giving them to you. So you'll never run out. And you can reuse the 5 of them for the rest of your life. Now, if you're ready to take the next step, what I want you to do is go down into the description. I've created a PDF for you of this entire video, and you can go down there, click it, and go grab it. What will happen is you'll head over to my free Skool. You'll head over to my whatever, and that's where you can literally just take this PDF and you'll have all the notes for everything we talked about in this video. Okay? Now, I always have a battle between these two. Which one do you put where? Okay? Okay, so sometimes it's like I want you to go down in the description and grab all that, but then it's like I also want to rehook you to watch the next video. So sometimes you have to decide. If I'm like in a playlist, I'm going to constantly like give them the call to action first, like, hey, down in the description there's this PDF, but you can grab that in a little bit. What's more important is in this next video, we're going to discuss exactly how to solve the problem. So you just have to play with that. They're both, I don't think you can really, but if you're trying to get them to binge watch videos, the last thing I want to do is distract them with going and getting a PDF. So you have to decide, okay, what am I trying to do? Am I trying to get them to binge watch a playlist right now so I can get to really know them? And then maybe in this last video is where you say, hey, or you could really hook them down and say, hey, there's a playlist here of these 9 videos where I'm going to take you through the 4 steps to laser sharp marketing in your videos. In the very last video, I have something I'm going to reveal to you that's going to save you so much time and frustration and simplify this whole process. But it's not even going to make sense to you unless you watch these other videos. Then in these ones right here and up, I could just do the rehook to the next video. Then in the last one, I can give them that strong call to action to go get the PDF. Okay? You see how it's just kind of some common sense. Think about what you're doing. We don't want to distract them. Attention is gold. If you want to make this change in your life, click the link below. Okay? These are, again, call to action transitions. Here's how you can put this into action today. Okay? To get started right away, all you need to do is, so if you're serious about creating videos like this and you want me to just have this all broken down for you beautifully, go down into the description of this video and it's going to say Laser Sharp Marketing PDF. If you click on that, it'll take you over to my free school where you can easily just download the PDF and it's all yours. Okay? So that's what I suggest you do. And I suggest you start doing this because if you do, you will get much greater results. You'll have more people following you. You will have valuable videos. You will not stress out so much or even really at all. There's no stress here in this because I know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay? I've got it all laid out and it's easy to talk about it because I know it's a proven idea. You know, the thumbnail is proven, the title's proven, the hook was proven. This is proven. I mean, it's okay? So what I want you to do is do that. Go down in the description, grab this PDF, or if there is no description, the PDF will be right there in the post, okay? I'll see you in the next video.